when we first see Mark, he's a soldier, so it's not like he doesn't have fight training. He's a skilled fighter, but there's still just something kind of raw and almost uncontrolled. He kind of loses his grounding a little bit. And then when he comes back as Moon Knight, especially when we see him after a few years of embracing that persona, it's just much more efficient. Like he has anything that held him back, any second thought, any hesitation that he might have had going into prior fights, he's lost all of that. Now it's just almost like he's just fueled by that pure rage, but not in a clumsy, uncontrolled fashion, just in that highly brutal, highly efficient. He has become just this complex fighting machine, straight to the point. And the moves are going to show that. It's going to be very dynamic, very brutal, very fast. One of the things that I wanted to do was, when I bring in the different fighting styles, it was very important that you see the difference between the way he fights when he's Mark Spector, and then later on when you see him engage his opponents as Moon Knight. But also kind of see a little bit of difference in the way he fights even as Moon Knight. So you kind of see that whole playing around with the ideas of the different personalities kind of shifting around. It was very important to me with a lot of the weapon stuff, since he uses a staff and the sticks and all of that, to try to bring them in. And I've done a lot of research looking at some of the Egyptian styles of stick fighting, like Tatib, and just using some of those movements, bringing them into more of a modern setting with more of the modern weapons. So you get to see that kind of connection, that although he was a trained fighter at the beginning, you really see him just become a much more fluid fighting machine.